Steve Harvey just did an interview going off on Diddy and explaining why Diddy deserves to be in prison. But coincidentally enough, the same week, Stevie J did an interview explaining why Diddy is innocent and why Diddy is currently in jail because he dare win against the higher-ups. Let's take a look at Stevie J explaining why Diddy is innocent first.
You know what I'm saying? Because the last year has been quite a ride for me. The last year and a half, as you witness, I was the only one holding my homie down before he went to jail. And
who's your homie?
Diddy.
That's right.
Yeah, he stood by that man 10 toes down. If Diddy ain't have no friend, he had Stevie J.
But that's how we do that. But that's how the guys do
it. That's a fact.
And after all of that, and after seeing who will really be truly in your corner and who's rocking with you and all that, man, I left a whole bunch of fake niggas alone and just started, just rocking with me and my family.
It's hard as stand next to somebody when they're going through something like that. So whatever the outcome is for Diddy and everything, like, salute to you as a man for being like, that's my homie. Like,
thank you.
I only know this version of him, so I can only respect and honor that.
Talking about, the kids and this and all this and he raping this, all that stuff. Where did all of that go? Out the garbage. It went to, you know what I'm saying? To have billions of dollars and be able to stand on your own. The man don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And then if you're working for the man and you say, all right, I'm gonna go to Mexico and check my tequila out and to make sure they putting the agave in, but they're not putting agave, they putting all sugar in this joint. So he was like, yo, y'all putting sugar. So they don't want a black man sticking up for themselves. Whether it's on a level down here or a level down there, one must stick up for themselves.
There's a spectrum when it comes to this Diddy conversation. Stevie J and Steve Harvey exist on opposite ends. Now, both ends have valid opinions. Like Stevie J saying, hey, listen, Diddy getting a Fed indictment based upon a lawsuit that Cassie filed right around the time he's going up against some powerful billionaires is a little suspicious. Hey, you got me. I agree, right? I 1,000% agree, right? Now, even if you look at what Diddy was convicted of, a violation of the Mann Act, that right there alone, there's never been a sentence like longer than 6 months for the Mann Act, and 99.9% of convictions for the Mann Act leads to probation. Diddy getting multiple years in prison for that is kind of odd, right? It's odd for sure. But the other end of the spectrum, right, that Steve Harvey exists on, they got a point as well. Diddy has been known as a monster in the industry for a while now, long before Diddy went up against billionaires, who owns a liquor company. Diddy was known as a monster. There's been like horror stories about Diddy in the industry for years. Diddy has gotten away with a lot of really, 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 really bad things. He was a bad guy. And when they see Diddy in jail, especially after seeing the Cassie video, they're like, yeah, he's a terrible human being and he deserves to be in prison. That's fair as well. I'm just shocked that Steve Harvey said it publicly, right?
I've tried to raise my son to at least be gentleman. Be a gentleman. Be fair. Don't talk to women that way. Treat women with kindness and respect. If you're that guy, you'll survive that area. Most of us do. And then if you're not that guy, you won't survive that area. He's in prison right now because you've been Puffy. You've been watching it. You turn into Puffy, if you don't respect it, you're going to do some time. You understand? And he was old enough to really get it together, but he didn't.
Why do you think that with Diddy? Is it because you're living a life where there are no boundaries, you get whatever you want whenever you want, you've done everything you possibly have, and there are no boundaries, so you just keep going further and further?
Yeah.
Is that why you think?
Yeah, you have to, like I said, you have to practice acts of kindness. You've got to be a gentleman through it all. I'm not saying, look, man, this dude's gonna have more than one chick. Okay, cool, I got that right there. But you don't have to be abusive with it and abrasive with it. And Puffy was doing all this, but boy, let me tell you something, man. And he was getting away with a lot. But when that video came out,
the one in the hotel room, you mean?
Bro, that's like you sitting there going, wait a minute, hold on, man. What you doing? I mean, bro, for you to be a public figure, wrap a towel around yourself and run down a public hallway, not knowing who's at that elevator. It could have been other people at the elevator. But you go around there and there's no one at the elevator, and that's your reaction to this girl? Yo, bruh. So now, that's what we caught on tape. That's the one that's on tape. That's the one that's out in the public in front of the elevator. My goodness, what's been going on when you ain't in front of the elevator?
That Cassie lawsuit would actually tell you exactly what Diddy did off camera. See, I give nuanced takes, and because I came out and said, yo, this Diddy sentence is a bit harsh for what he was convicted of. Diddy was found not guilty of trafficking, right? And just because I don't believe that Diddy is a trafficker doesn't mean that I believe that Diddy is not an abusive boyfriend. He's 100% an abusive boyfriend, all right? But trafficking means force and coercion, and I don't think Diddy trafficked Cassie nor Jane Doe. And that was just my take on the stance. But when Diddy came out and apologized, yo, that apology, many people say, yo, Diddy apologized for what took place on camera. Why can't we forgive and move on? I hear you, and I was somewhere where you were at until trial started. And when trial started and I heard what Diddy did after that apology, I said, all right, bro. Yo, this man has not learned anything. Diddy didn't, reform himself overnight. Diddy is still the same person he was before the apology and before this came out.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy. Going to rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Right after that apology, while under federal investigation, Diddy beat up Jane Doe, which is 50 Cent's baby mama. Diddy, while under federal investigation, right, because Jane Doe came and testified, she testified that Diddy brutalized her in June of 2024, right? Diddy kicked in her door, choked her, and punched and kicked her while she was repeatedly curled up on the ground. So, like what? Like should I say, hey man, Diddy apologize? Yeah, he apologized and then went and did it to another woman. So no, I don't think Diddy is a good person. I salute Steve Harvey though, because Steve Harvey right now is one of the few celebrities who have came out against Diddy after his sentence. Like while Diddy was on trial or while he was locked up, every celebrity has something to say about Diddy because they thought Diddy was in jail for life, man. The minute Diddy got sentenced to like 2 years, man, they start thinking, man, bro, he coming back out and he's gonna get back to the top again. Like Diddy is gonna reign at the top once more, right? Because hip hop and and his audience and the toxic masculinity that we bask and live in don't really care about you putting your hands on women. The only thing that's gonna have an effect on Diddy's career is all the homosexual activities we heard Diddy did during trial. Anything outside of that, forget about it. Something interesting though that Steve Harvey also said during his interview, he said that he stayed away from Diddy purposefully before all of this because he already heard too much about Diddy that he didn't like, so he deliberately stayed away from Diddy. This other guy as well, he will say that he also met Diddy, right, when Diddy was in Dubai or when Diddy, traveled in overseas. And because of the video with Cassie, he can never go back to being cool with Diddy again.
Now it's got to have been magnified back there. So now you're just not a good person. Man, you can't run it like that because now you got to pay. And the thing about sin is, sin costs you more than you want to pay and it make you stay longer than you want to stay. And that's what he in now. And He had the power to do whatever you want to do, but just because you can do something don't mean you should. You got money. I have some money. But bruh, I take this money home. This ain't the time to spread it all over Dubai. No, that ain't how it work, man. And then you get to have this life that you have because you played within the rules. You were a decent guy. Chris Fade is a decent guy. It's no way you get to this level and you're not a decent guy. You're not mistake-free, but you're a decent guy. You know, you've asked God for forgiveness. You know, you've said, I'm sorry to some people. Yeah. You've apologized. That's how you get through life. If you don't do that, man, you got to go to prison.
I think you hit the nail on the head. As a man, when I see another man lay a hand on a woman, for me, that is the lowest, because I feel like it's a reflection on us. We're men. We should never lay a hand on a woman.
Right.
Be it even, verbally or physically, are both, horrible. So when I saw that video as well, I've met Diddy before, and he came out to Dubai, and we kind of partied here, and very charismatic, a great guy. I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. And when it was all happening, and then when I saw that video like you did, that was when it was like, out.
You as a man looking at that video, you going, yo, hold up, man.
Yeah.
Because I know some real tough dudes.
Yeah.
I got some friends, man, that's been gangsters the whole time they've been alive. They old gangsters now. They saw that video and went, yo, man, he tripping.
Yep.
What's the matter with old boy right here? Steve, what's up with this dude? Hey man, we need to put some hands on him.
Did you ever have a relationship with him? Did you ever cross paths?
I mean, I knew him, yeah. But we've never been that type of dude. It was some things that I had heard about that kept me away from him. I got invited. Hey man, we throwing a party. See, you don't see me nowhere.
Smart.
You don't see me. My brand different. I'm not going to your party. I don't go to the white party, the blue party, the pink party, the panty party. I ain't at nobody's party. Steve Harvie going home. You can't take my picture if I'm at home.
To me, that explains a lot. Because when these celebrities talk about this Diddy situation, it's almost as if they have like a black cloud over their head. Because we've seen a lot of them in pictures at these Diddy parties. I think when Cat Williams did the Kevin Hart roast, Cat Williams says, yo, Kevin Hart being at these Diddy parties is not an indictment or proof he did anything wrong. Kevin Hart getting silent when the Diddy parties come up is proof he did something wrong. So Steve Harvey says, man, I'm not at these parties. I'm not hanging out with Diddy. And that's probably why Steve Harvey is able to come out and speak freely about Diddy, opposed to other people who can't really speak as freely. Because the Fed says, yo, Diddy had a lot of blackmail tapes on a lot of people. Diddy recorded everything. And a lot of your favorite celebrities were at these parties acting a fool. Probably had coke up their nose. Listen, man, the most wholesome people you probably know probably had coke up their nose, all right, in menage a trois with men and women. And Diddy probably got those tapes, man. And, they know better than, than piss off that demon, bruh. Because, the feds ain't get all the tapes. And Diddy gonna be out in a couple years. I don't know, man. Hey, y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Whose side are you guys on? Steve Harvey or Stevie J's? Or do you guys feel like both have good points and bad points? Let me know, okay? If you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, then click on this video right here to find out how today has been a very bad day for Drake's haters. All right, it's very bad, but it's also, it blew my freaking mind when I did this video and seeing what was going on. So you don't want to miss it. Click on this video as well. And if you're still watching this video, click the hype button and send me a hype if you want to support. I'm gonna see you guys in this video where I break down how today has been a very bad day for Drake haters. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.